Huttons Barn.
You gotta love Texas with directions like these. First, take the highway out of town. Then, pass over Live Oak Creek, over 4 cattle guards. Then the barn will be at the bottom of the hill on the left. Yep, we made it to Medicine Spirit Ranch. Sprawling over acres of wooded, rolling terrain in the Texas Hill Country, the ranch is a far cry from city life in Lubbock, Texas, that owners Tom and Trudy Hutton enjoyed for many years.
I had a wonderful career in medicine, and I love neurology. I was a city boy. I really didn't know anything about a rural lifestyle, certainly didn't know anything about ranching. My wife did. She came from a background where she knew more about ranching than I did. But we thought it would be fun to try to reinvent ourselves.
Now, instead of a staff, the doctor has 2 border collies and a stray mutt as his constant companions, and his caring nature is focused on critters rather than patients. Ironically, the Huttons found a setting befitting a man who spent his life in the healing business.
The Native Americans thought this land had almost magical properties. They called it a strong medicine. We thought integrating medicine into the title of the ranch made sense. We also heard stories from the previous owners, how they had suffered some terrible losses, the death of their daughter, and also a lady who was living here in the rental property, and some of her losses. And they were healed. They felt something about the gentle breezes, the beauty, the flowers, the hills. Something about it had healing properties. Because of that, we thought Medicine Spirit Ranch was an apt name.
Tom and Trudy Hutton have put a lot of energy and resources into building their 3rd act, and the centerpiece is the main barn.
I grew up seeing the 4 Sixes barn. It's now in the Ranching Heritage Center at Texas Tech University in Lubbock. And I think that was the gestalt I had for a barn.
Up next, find out what's behind this western frontier town. It may surprise you. First thing you notice about the Huttons Barn is that it's constructed in 3 distinct sections using different materials. Kind of unusual for a new barn.
Well, the 4 Sixes Ranch was actually built in different sections. And as the need changed or increased, they built on a new section of the barn. So I wanted this to look authentic.
And that quest for authenticity also meant using Austin stone, a building material favored by the German immigrants who settled in this area in the mid-19th century. So tell me the main purpose of this barn.
Well, the main purpose of this barn is to store hay. And we get our crop in, we have our crop, we cut it, we bale it, we bring it into the barn for storage.
And we have some great barn dances in here. Once the hay's out, we can have a party.
Really? How many people have you had in here?
Oh, I had close to 120 at one point.
Oh, wow.
It was quite a party, a live band and everything.
So when you have your barn dances, what's up here on the 2nd floor?
This is where we set up tables and chairs for people to have barbecue, and then they can go downstairs and dance.
As awesome as it is, it's not the only barn on the property. Cleverly hidden behind this western town facade is what Tom calls the recycled barn.
When we first moved here, there was an old barn, corrugated aluminum pole barn, and it was functional. But with time, it started to fall down, and it was really pretty ugly. So we had to do something to shore it up. We decided that we would put a western facade on the front of it and try to make it a little more attractive and interesting. At the same time, continue to utilize it as a functional barn.
And like true country folks, the Huttons have gotten quite attached to their barns.
Oh, I think barns are magical structures. That's where all of your hard work, when you finally get a crop in and you get the hay in the barn, there's nothing quite as good a feeling as being ready to go for the winter.
And our grandchildren love to play in the barn. There's nothing like climbing on those big bales of hay.
In addition to all this barn-focused activity, Trudy reclaimed a chicken coop and turned it into a place to kick back after a long day.
Well, welcome to my cantina.
Trudy's Cantina. Where did the concept of that come from?
When we bought the ranch, it was a chicken coop. So we took the basic structure and turned it into a cantina. so we can have happy hours down here and watch the sunset and have cookouts.
We certainly, after a long day at the ranch, you understand, Ariel, we enjoy coming here for maybe a cold beverage.
I don't doubt it. And did y'all handcraft the Cantina bar as well?
No, actually, I found this in a store.
Really?
And it just fit perfectly.
Of course, there's only so much time for partying because there's real work being done around here. Cattle ranching, which for this city boy turned out to be a natural fit.
I guess I was a caregiver and a healer for so long that taking care of stock just comes natural.
It appears the Huttons gamble to try something completely different in retirement has paid off pretty well.
Well, I have enjoyed it. We often say that this has been the greatest years of our life. We love Fredericksburg. It's an exciting little community. And the ranching and taking care of the stock has been really fun for me.
Yep, sounds like life on this ranch has been good medicine indeed for Tom and Trudy Hutton.